global web of countries cooperating with one another, constantly doing war with one another, imperialism being the final state of capitalism, that sort of thing. Those guys were right. Those experts were right. They were so fucking right. I will say that every day of the week. But yeah, our like the very narrow focus of maintaining this capitalist framework, like the experts that work within the confines of capitalist thinking, capitalist thought, capitalist dogma, if you will, yes, they're wrong all the fucking time. But having said that, in terms of the immediate impacts of tariffs, they're not wrong. They're not wrong. And Trump does have the capacity to prove them wrong. But the issue is, in order to try and prove them wrong, you would actually have to do China shit, okay? You would have to work outside of the bounds of capitalist dogma. You would have to do massive public spending initiatives. You would have to change the way that the American economy works. You would have to change the way that the American government works. You would have to be a socialist. That's it. Straightforwardly, you would have to behave like a fucking socialist to be able to manage this situation. And even then, as a leftist myself, I'm saying Trump's implementation of these tariffs, the way that he haphazardly slapped on these arbitrary numbers to countries, and the way that he is destabilizing the system is still incorrect. It is still not the appropriate way to do it. You have to build the infrastructure first before you break some of these things. You have to make it sector specific, piece by piece. You build, battery plants or something, and then you go after batteries and you tariff that kind of stuff. Okay? You develop extraction contracts, even though China currently has a monopoly on this stuff. You develop extraction contracts with these countries where you can get the resources, the natural resources necessary to be able to build the battery refinement process, and then the battery factories and facilities. It would take years of fucking... This would take years and years of building ahead of time before you even did a sector-specific tariff in order to boost American manufacturing. None of that is happening. None of that at all.